live.
Uh-oh. We are
You're
live.
live.
Welcome everybody to our
Hello.
daily for
You are live.
Thursday, the 7th of May, Sete de Mayo. John Lavinia here with you as always, and I am glad to be here with you. Some of my favorite people here on planet Earth. Uh-oh, it says my internet connection is unstable. That is not good news. Can you guys hear me
Yeah.
okay? Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Can
very
hear you,
good.
Hear you,
John.
but you're
Stabilizing our
Drizzles.
connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Your
All right, we got a little
picture's
bit of a
slow.
delay
We
here.
hear
Let
you
me
and
look at my
see you.
friends here. Yeah, everything's coming up kind of slow. Look at this. All right, hey, there's everybody. I had Esther and Dawn, and there's Diane and John. Good to see you guys. There's Mark over in NorCal, Samantha. Welcome, Laura from Brooklyn, who I just found out has 5 cats. So does Carol Ann, has 5 cats. We're learning about each other as we speak.
Wow.
Gail, Katie, welcome,
Cats.
Donica. Lucy, Carl's here, Tony,
Hi.
and David, and everyone. Good to see you all. We're going to go ahead and mute the lines. Hi, Meg. Good to see you.
John.
And we're going to go ahead and mute the lines so we can hear ourselves think. And we're going to have a conversation today about some fun stuff. Hey, yesterday we had our guest speaker. We had Amanda Greaves, expert Amazon coach extraordinaire. I know I got some feedback from you guys on that you enjoyed that experience. For some of you who are brand new here, which is many of us, you may have heard some terminology there that you need to, go look up some nomenclature, grab a, dictionary. That's always something I recommend that people do. In fact, I just met with about 15 of our brand new members who just got started. So welcome to all of you, our newest members. And so one of the suggestions that I make is that as you engage this education, that you want to make sure you understand the words. That may sound too simple, but as the number one source of confusion and non-action is I don't know what to do because I don't understand the words. So anyway, we got to hear from Amanda yesterday. She, of course, gave a lot of love to the community here, a lot of accolades, a lot of acknowledgement to this group that we've got here. Frankly, most people in the online business space have never seen anything like this. I've got a lot of experience in this space. And what I'm known for is the whole personal development side of it, right? So the technology, yeah, that's there for everybody, right? But the question that comes up in my mind is who's doing it, right? And why are you doing it? Again, I just recently had this conversation with some of our newest members. Confucius say, man who shoots at nothing, sure to hit it, right? So we got to have targets. We got to have reasons. We got to have purpose, right? And we feel good when we're on purpose. And so that's what I like to keep refocusing my attention on is why am I showing up here in the first place? Why am I doing this? I've quoted Albert Gray before, Albert E.N. Gray. He was a big shot back in the Prudential Corporation back in the 1950s. And he talked about, of course, the common denominator of success. I quoted him to all of you on your way into our community here. That the common denominator of success is that successful people have formed the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do. And it's not because they like doing these things, they just do them anyway because they got a reason to do them. And so they subordinate methods, whether pleasing or unpleasing, to results. Results come first, methods come second. We'll do whatever methods are necessary. In fact, we'll do them so consistently that they become habitual and we don't have to think about it anymore. Okay. There's more to that speech. Okay, that's actually a quote from a very famous speech called The Common Denominator of Success, which you can find a transcript of. In fact, I think I'll post a transcript of that in the chat once we open it up for discussion. But he goes on in that speech to talk about how to get out of a rut. He said, okay, all you sales managers here listening to my speech, and let's say you're in a rut and your team isn't quite producing. He said, rather than cause turmoil, competition, bludgeonings, no. Here's how you get production up. Refocus your people on their purpose. Why are we showing up here anyway? What are we doing here? Refocus on purpose, production takes care of itself. That's according to Albert Gray, based on his observations of working with many, many successful and unsuccessful people in the insurance world, in this case, right? Dealing with an intangible product that nobody wants to buy, right? Most people are underinsured. Just ask any insurance salesperson. Are most people underinsured? They'll say, oh, yeah. Of course, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, right? So yeah, everybody's underinsured. Everybody needs more insurance. So that's coming out of that world. Okay. Here in the world of online, e-commerce and such, right? We've got different perspectives. All right. Everybody needs to have, the best quality widget, right? Which you're about to post on Amazon. After all, you're looking at the stats, and this is very useful. And not everybody owns one of these. So we need to go ahead and solve that problem. Okay. But here's the idea behind all of it. Behind all of it is your purpose for being here in the first place. When we're on purpose, we feel on purpose. I have a guy who I've done some work with who said, when I feel good, I do good. That was his affirmation. That was his reminder, his auto suggestion. So the thing he kept reminding himself of is, when I feel good, I do good. So what do we do to feel good? I will offer you this, that I am most happy when I am in high integrity action. High integrity action. I feel good. So then the question is, what are these high integrity actions? Evelyn, I see your hand up. We'll get to commentary here in just a moment. What are these high integrity actions? You all have read, or many of you have, things like The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. This book title comes up a lot here because it's so simple and it's such a great place to start. Excuse me. What are these things that we're deliberately predetermining that we're going to do to start our day in what I would call high integrity action? Well, we go ahead, we clear the slate, we have some quiet time, call it meditation, prayer, call it whatever you want. I don't care about the labels. Sit there, be quiet. Remember who you are, where you're going. Great. Now we're visualizing, we're affirming, we're exercising, we're studying, right? We're feeding our mind with, quality material, whether that's personal development kind of stuff, and technical, learning how to do the Amazon thing, right? How to play the Helium 10 game. Okay, great. So we're edifying ourselves. We're building ourselves up through education. That's actually what the word edify means, to build up through education. Great. So we're doing that. Do we feel good when we do that stuff? Yeah, we do. I do. I'll speak for myself. But what I want to ask you guys about today is, what do you do to avoid overwhelm, confusion, drudgery? Okay. A lot of times people think that, hard work is the answer and that it's got to feel like hard work. No, I mean, you can work your ass off. I could go at warp speed and be as cool as a cucumber because it's on purpose, and because I also commingle work with other high integrity actions, which give me a break from the subjectivity of it all. I mean, think about it. We're in a rather cerebral business here. All of you, right? I mean, you're learning how to do analytics and metrics and competition and product sourcing and mathematics. Wow. Okay. So there's a whole lot of thinkingness that goes on with that. Well, what do you do to counter that with something a bit more objective? I know I've talked about this before, taking a walk, right? I mean, how much can you look at that computer screen? Let's go look at some trees or something. Let's go dig a ditch. Anybody got a shovel? Give me some dirt, right? Let me go polish the chrome on my Harley, right? That is terribly therapeutic for me. Is it on purpose and productive in terms of, it's moving my business forward? Not directly, but, all work and no play. Well, you know where that goes. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Okay. And I know a lot of us have a tendency to cram because we're goal-oriented people, because we want the fruits on the tree. Okay. But we also understand there's a gestation period to everything. You don't just throw a seed in the ground and get all pissed off because the corn didn't spring up in 30 seconds or something. No, I mean, because we're smart, right? We know how things work, right? It takes time. You grow the thing. Same thing with growing a business. So this doesn't mean that we're making excuses for not being at the top of the mountain. This is simply honest self-appraisal, just acknowledging, hey, we're climbing up the mountain. We're doing it consistently, and we're not doing it alone. Thank you very much. So one of the things that we've got here with this community, which is what I was kind of alluding to before, is that, which is rare, okay, which is rare, and which is the reason that I'm here, is to make sure this happens, is the whole, the personal aspect of this business. This is not just you and technology. Perish the thought. That is a rough road. Okay. And look at Sophie. Does she seem enthusiastic to you? Does she seem on purpose? Does she do high integrity action often? Yes. Yes. Does she also have a life? Yes. She got a family, right? So I want you to think about this for yourself, and then I'm going to go ahead and open it up. What is it that you can do, or that you are doing, hopefully, or that you can start doing now, that is a high integrity action that you feel good about, that makes you feel good. It could be playing with the cats. It could be taking the walk. It could be the exercise. Specifically, throw one thing on the table that you could do. Maybe that'll be instructive to others too. You know what? I haven't been doing that. I think I do that. You know, John just did push-ups. Okay, great. Do that. Or not, right? Your choice. But these are high integrity actions for you that are on purpose actions for you that don't necessarily relate directly to you making money on Amazon. And yet, here you are, right? Because there's got to be somebody doing it. I see several hands up. Evelyn's hand has been up forever. Evelyn, why don't you come on out, and then we'll have Darren and Esther and whoever else wants to talk. Evelyn. 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 No Evelyn. Let's go to Darren. Hey, Darren.
Hi, everybody. So in my normal job, I'm a chef. I run my own catering business, and I tend to find I'll happily stand in the kitchen for 16 hours straight, just prepping and panicking about stuff that needs to be done. And then I started taking breaks. But since there's lockdown and everything's gone quiet and there's no events and nothing's happening, I've started getting back out into my garden.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love gardening, pulling up weeds. I find that really therapeutic, you know, just digging up weeds, rearranging things, digging over the soil, mowing the lawn, just, you know, stuff that previously was a bit of a chore and got in the way of my business. Right now, I'm really enjoying it, and it just lets me think. And you know, you listen to the birds, and you know, it's and I've now decided that once this lockdown's finished and I'm back into my catering, I will make time each week to do the garden. I actually hired in people to come and do the garden because I just didn't have time. But I've now decided that I'm going to take on that responsibility again.
Well done. And it's a sunny day in England, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah.
So you get some vitamin D. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah. How's that for your immune system? See? When you feel good, you do good. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Darren. Well done. Gardening. Not my thing per se, but some people have a green thumb. I think I got a black thumb. I can't grow a damn thing. Actually, I shouldn't affirm that. I should just learn how to do it, is what I should learn how to do. My wife's got one of those garden towers. It's like a rotating, big, like terracotta colored plastic thing where you got all the different herbs planted in throughout the tower. And we've got no lack of sun, that's for sure. Jesse, I'm going to go ahead and mute your microphone. Okay, but thank you, Darren. That was a great example. Let's go to Esther in Ohio. Hey, Esther.
Hey, John.
Hey.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love going out to for walks with my dog and my kids if they want to go along. That really makes me happy, and I can think and just think positive thoughts. And then also I like flower gardening and stuff. I like planting flowers and stuff. And actually, this is going to sound funny, but I do like cleaning. Cleaning is my happy space too.
Yeah. Isn't that
I know
great?
it sounds like odd, but cleaning, I love cleaning. So yeah.
Well, it's a high integrity action and it bears fruit. I mean, you get to see, look, I just caused that clean space.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with order. I'll tell you what, Esther, you and I think got something in common there. Like I like order.
No, I can't show
like that. Jesse, we're going to get to you in just a second here. And so I like order. I do not like disarray in any way.
Right.
Jesse's microphone again. Okay. So when we have that result, isn't that pleasing? Like, look, yes, I caused that. So and now you're not looking for stuff all the time. Most people spend like half of their time just looking for stuff.
Right.
Yeah, we got a rule in my house with my daughter. There's no question that we cannot have, is not allowed. Okay, there's no question that starts with the words "Where is my?"
Ooh.
That question never happens in our house. Where is my? Because the answer is always wherever you left it.
Yeah, that's what I tell my daughter. She's always leaving her combs around. And I'm like, I didn't touch it. You have to put it in the drawer where it belongs all the time. But it's like literally she never does. So she's always accusing me of putting it someplace. I'm like, no, I didn't touch it.
Good stuff. Thank you, Esther. All right, let's. Is Evelyn able to unmute? Evelyn. Let me try forcing the unmute on Evelyn here. Evelyn, can you speak?
I didn't put my hand up. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I got Evelyn.
Okay,
Whitehead, and I got
I'm Evelyn. I'll take it. It wasn't me either, but I'll take it.
Okay.
This is Evelyn.
How many Evelyns? Will the actual Evelyn please come forward? Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, for me, visual input of nature is how I feed myself. And I chose a place to live where I'm surrounded by a nature preserve. So I sit on my balcony while I'm doing Amazon and my budget and taking notes and watching videos and talking on the phone and with my suppliers, etc. And I look at this meadow and I watch the birds land and the geese eat their grass. And all it takes me is a second, I can look up and see the grass moving with the wind. And I'm so happy. Look at the wildflowers. That just feeds me. It keeps me going. It's a visual.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really good. Again, communing with nature, right? I mean, you can get into going back through, scripture
Okay,
and
get ready.
stuff and see how this is very
Where's
therapeutic.
the camera?
Really good
Okay.
stuff. Thank you, Evelyn, and the other Evelyn, and the other Evelyn. Thank you. Thank you all. Let's go to Selvin. Hey, Selvin, you've got the floor. Then we're going to go to Jesse.
Okay.
Selvin. No, Selvin. Let's go to Jesse Bell. Hey, Jesse.
Okay, you
Okay.
guys you're talking about nature. Okay, this is my daughter. We have a very, very itty bitty baby
Oh,
box
my-
turtle. Wait, where's your hand?
He's right here, Mom.
I can't see him. Okay, there he is. But he's getting his breakfast. This is what we do.
He's a mess.
Oops, we dropped it. What we used
Uh-oh.
to do wildlife rehab, and we have a farm. Oh, did we get? I'm still on there. Anyway, we have a farm out here, and I have tons of gardens. And I'm like, I set my alarm for an hour, and I'll go and spend an hour outside so I feel grounded, I feel connected, I feel calmer, and then I come in and play with the turtle and play with the cat and get back to business.
That is awesome. Well done, you guys. That's a cute little turtle there too.
It's so cute. I love him.
Thank you guys for sharing that. It's like the Wild Kingdom here today. Let's go back to Selvin. Selvin, if you can unmute your mic, that would be great.
Yeah, hi guys, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I like to keep myself really fit and get out on the mountain bike, because I find that when I get out on my bike, that's when I think the most. So I tend to do about 2 hours cycling, and
Wow.
in that time, that's when I really focus and push hard. There's so much you can learn from cycling in terms of driving. Any exercise, in constant driving yourself and trying to get better and faster at what I do. And so I use all those metaphors for the same way running the business and doing what I do. So exercise, and it's great for the mind as well. You know?
Yeah, and look at you. You're in shape. Look at you. There's Selvin, everybody. There's that. There's the fruits of his exercise. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you. Great
Looking
time.
good,
Great
my
seeing you
friend.
guys.
Yep, looking good. All right, so we do have, I see Susie waving at me. Hi, Susie.
Hi.
Come on out.
Hi. I just wanted to go back. I guess it was Jessie with the turtle. One thing that she mentioned is actually setting an alarm and giving herself an hour. And sometimes life can get so busy. I think you almost have to schedule yourself for relaxation. Like even writing a list, I often write lists for myself, and I include times to relax. I mean, it takes sometimes doing that. Otherwise, I could be working my whole day and never giving myself that time to balance. It's all about balance, I think. Balancing work and play. Otherwise, you get burnt out. So actually making yourself scheduling something fun to do is that's what works for me.
Thank you. You know what? I'm about to do that right now. I do not do that. I don't do that. I'm about to do that. Thank you. That was very instructive, because I just get busy. It's one of the reasons that I have to exercise early in the morning, is because I know once the busyness of the day impinges on me, there's no way I'm stopping, right? So I'm going
Right.
to go ahead and I'm going to have 15 minutes with my daughter and wife after our meeting here today. And then I'm going to get on with the absolute mayhem that is going on. You should see my calendar. Holy crap. You guys, I know some of you I'm meeting with today on our business launch strategy sessions, and just know I'm going to get to everybody as quick as I can. Okay. It is nonstop action. Thank you so much for that tip, Susie. And who else? We got a bunch of people with their hands up. So Wendy, is Wendy here? Wendy Williamson?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, so my previous job, I was working probably 15, 16 hours, 18 hours a day. Some days it would seem like, for a very long time. And then for at least a year straight, I barely had any time off for myself. My husband would always say, "Are you coming up from the basement?" And it would be 10:30 at night. And then I broke my ankle. So it made me have to take a step back and realize that I was spending way too much time working and not enough time doing the other necessities of life. And that one of those was, in fact, exercise. And in December, we adopted another dog. So we have now 2 dogs. Some of you, I had a peek at them earlier. And one of the one that new adopted one is just a year old, but he's a part Belgian Malinois, so a Belgian Shepherd, and pretty high energy. And if I do not walk him 6 kilometers every day, he will wreak havoc on the house. So what I have learned from that is that out of necessity, I've gotten to the point now where I walk 6 kilometers every morning with them. And I like to do it earlier in the day, although this morning they kind of napped on the sofa, so I took that time for myself. But if I don't do that, then I find that I'm not as organized or as, I'm not in the right mindset either. So out of necessity of having to walk the dog, I have then become more aware of my surroundings and taken that time to exercise. And then my day starts and I am full tilt for the rest of the day. So it really does help to balance your life. And it takes an hour to get those 6 kilometers in, and that's at a fairly decent pace. And I have sometimes tried to get my husband to go with me, or my daughter, or my neighbor, but none of them can keep up to me. So it's nice to do it by myself. And now I've actually downloaded the Miracle Morning Audible. So I'm going to start listening to that as I walk the dogs.
Nice. Thank you. That is so cool. I've got a little Chihuahua, I think Chihuahua Dachshund. I'm not sure what. My wife and daughter adopted him. And he got some sort of a back injury where his hind legs aren't working so good and he can't really control his bladder and stuff. So we kind of take him around. We got a little chariot for him. It's like a little wheelchair. We take him around. He's getting his legs working again a bit, but and he wears a diaper. He has to wear a diaper because he can't really control it. But so he can't really do the runs. I used to have a greyhound, and I'll tell you what. That
would be high energy.
Oh, well, they're like couch potatoes unless they see a rabbit. Instant. I've never seen a dog kill a rabbit so fast in my life. Like it just comes to life. The rest of the time, they're just lounging. That's it. They're couch potatoes. They're beautiful, though. Anyway, I'm going to get another dog, I think, here pretty soon where we can actually walk it because our little Chihuahua doesn't quite walk. So thank you for that. Julia is here. Hey, Julia. Julia Wasson, you want to talk? Julia.
Darn, there we go. I never know if you're going to unmute me or if I'm supposed to unmute.
You know what I usually do? Yesterday I had to lock it down because it was just all kinds of million things. So I'll go ahead. Go ahead. Julia.
Okay, so my kids and my grandkids are far flung, and so my relaxation has to be scheduled, and we do Zoom chats with the kids. But I'm also reading books to my grandson. And for me, that is absolutely a thrill. And my kids and my grandkids, and of course my husband, are my why in life and my why for doing my business. So that's what I want, is more time to spend with them. So that's my relaxation.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Thank you. That's very therapeutic as well. Tom says greyhounds are great, but you must give them a sofa for themselves. Yeah, they are couch potatoes. Tom, you are correct. Let's go to Stephen Knight. How you doing, bud?
Hiya. So if I'm look, for my was it integrity actions? Is that what you called it? If looking for sort of more feeding and nourishing the soul, then a walk in the woods does it for me. Preferably alone, because then my my mind can just sort of go and just go wherever it needs to go, and there's no expectations to perform or think about anything in particular. And so it's kind of just allows a lot of stuff to just kind of clear in the head. But then there's also the social plugging in activities, which I think are really important for us as well. So both Lois and I love dancing and playing music as well. Lois cracked out the violin for about 20 minutes, and then we ended up playing for the entire evening, like I don't know, 2 hours or something. It was it was quite good fun. But the coronavirus has actually been quite good for us for getting more of those actions in, because our business is we do school visits, do history days and toy making days and things like that. So we're all over the country 5 days a week quite often, and so we don't actually get to routine and plan in those activities. So it's been quite good for that. Our last thing that on that topic is that I quite like to get up early in the morning and do lots of things. So do exercise and cycle and read a bit of a book while my mind's at its freshest. But I like to plan that, so I actually get the most out of my morning. But I found that to have a really effective morning routine, I have to have actually an effective nighttime routine, and that's not been so planned for me. So that if I don't have an effective nighttime routine, that actually impacts on my morning routine's efficiency.
Good observation, right? So it's almost like your morning started the night before because you planned for it. So that is great. And there's a lot of good that has also come out of this reprieve, if you will, whether you wanted it or not. Okay, but from the normalcy of daily typical society. So I see that you guys you're probably getting better at the violin. That's good. I suck at the violin. I got a violin. I dust it off every now and then. I'm like, oh, that's a nice violin. Then I put it back, and
I'm looking forward to performance, John.
Right. Very good. Thank you so much, you guys.
You'll have to treat us on Friday.
Oh, that's not going to happen. No, I'd sooner play the guitar. Yeah, most of my experience, like in the music world, has been in the extreme metal area. In case you guys,
that's fine. We like metal.
Yeah. I used to be a vocalist in an extreme metal band. Now you know. Okay, but I'm a Gemini, so there's two of me, right? There's John the philosopher, and there's John the crazy metal guy. All right, good. Gail, where's Gail in New Jersey?
Hi.
Hey, Gail.
I'm in Lebanon, New Jersey.
There you are.
Yeah. Hi. Darren, my husband used to be a chef for the Culinary Institute of America. He was a professor there. He's passed away though, but so I know about cooking and all of that. On my street where I live, I love to go for a walk. This area where I live, especially my street, I'm surrounded by government farmland that will preserved farmland that will never be built on, and there's rolling green hills. It reminds me of some of the rolling hills that you see in Switzerland before you go up to the mountains. I used to live in Switzerland, and it just sends me back there. And on one end of my street, on one side, there's an alpaca farm. On the other side is a Clydesdale farm. So I love to walk outside. And if I'm not walking, I like to sit outside and listen to the birds in the trees and all of that. So that's my break from all of this. As soon as I'm finished here, I'll be going outside for a walk.
Well done, Gail. Well done. Sounds great. Take a picture, and maybe we could see that here. Yeah. So I see John Hyder is waving at me, and so is Carol Ann. Hey, John.
Hi, everybody. Here's what I do.
Yeah.
This is pottery.
I make them on the wheel and make my own glazes.
Oh, beautiful. My son does too.
Indian Pueblo. So when I'm doing my Amazon studying or whatever, this gives me a break.
Beautiful.
And John, do you offer those for sale?
Oh yeah, I'll send you about 50 of them.
Okay. One will do, but thank you, sir. One will do. That's very nice. Very nice.
Amazon handmade.
Living in Arizona, that is
Right.
something that we really appreciate around here.
It's
is that
very
Southwest
big in
Florida.
Arizona.
Yeah, let's go to Carol Ann, and then I see Chris and Donna and Allison and Alex and Pete and Christine. Go ahead, Carol Ann. What's up?
This is what I do. I don't know if you can see it. It's I'm a sketch artist.
Yes,
Oh,
you are.
beautiful.
Yes, you are a sketch artist. Who knew?
I've never painted before, so this spring, as soon as it gets warm on the balcony, I'm going to try oil painting. I just invested about $300, $400 in oil painting, so I'm going to teach myself how to oil paint.
Wow. Well, you can sure sketch. Did you guys know that about Carol Ann? That's pretty good stuff.
That's one of the whole bunch I have. So yeah. I like sketch art. It's really therapeutic, and I'm put you in another world. So I thought I'd expand it and see if I can't do some painting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and do.
I can draw stick figures and stuff. Really good. I'm really good.
It's fun. I like it. I also do crochet and all that stuff too.
Thank you, Carol Ann.
I do.
Very good. That's good stuff. Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, is that me?
It is.
Hey, I'm a little frustrated at the moment. My cool time, or my own time, is sailing. With the COVID lockdown, we're stuck. But my wife has a big garden, so I've been press ganged into the digger. Rather like you, my thumb is as black as can be, but I can dig. So that's what I do.
Very good, Chris. And you're getting some sun. I know England's got sun today. Call the press, everybody. England's sunny. So yeah, get that vitamin D, brother. Thank you. Well done. And where's my friend Donna Bollinger?
Hey, John.
Hey.
Buddy, this is my second session I've heard today because I went back to a YouTube one. So I got so much from even going back and listening. So if you miss these sessions, I suggest going back and to the wherever you find it on YouTube. But I just want to say I love this conversation. I am a neat freak myself. I love to clean, Esther, and I love to do laundry. And so that I might be strange, but I also am very organized. I kind of want to show off a little bit. I want to show you guys, I love to swim, but I haven't been able to swim. So I've been organizing for my product launch, which I have my first call tomorrow. So I want to be even more organized, but I just set up this space here in my parents' house because I'm taking care of them. And I even made a whole office supply store and I'm making dividers, and this is just right up my alley. I love it. And what I do for fun and relaxation is swim. I was a swimmer growing up, and I probably could have done better if I didn't always push so hard. So now when I do get to go to the pool, I try to lengthen out my strokes and work on my breathing. And so that also works for me in life. When I'm pushing, I agree with everybody here that it's just better to take our time and go easy. And I have found that the more I work on my mind, my body falls right in line. I used to be a workout freak, riding my bike, running, you name it. And but I stopped working out as much and started working more on my mind. And I found out that that was just as good for my body as you know, exercising like crazy.
Wow, great stuff. Great perspectives there, Donna. And look at that smile. There's Donna's smile. See, it works. Very good. Thank you, my friend. Where's Allison? Allison Beatty.
Yes. Hello.
There she is.
Can you hear me now?
There you are. Yes.
Hi. Hi. Yes, I'm with Kelvin. I just love cycling, and so I'm up and out every morning. As early as soon as I get up and cycle, it just the wind in the hair, the purpose of going somewhere, the speed, I just love it. And I've done quite a bit of long distance cycling over kind of 2-week periods of intense cycling. And there's just been some incredible life lessons that I feel I've learned from doing it. And just a couple of them. One of them is just when I was going up hills, the steepest hills, if you just concentrated on 2 feet in front of the wheel, the road looked flat. No matter how steep the hill was, the road in front of the 2 wheels looked flat. So you could really fool your mind that you weren't going up this huge, huge hill, but just one bit at a time. And the other thing was the power of the mind, which obviously you are an expert on. And I would be climbing up a hill and be absolutely exhausted. And if I was going in my mind, oh, I'm so tired, this is so exhausting, looking up to the top of the hill going, oh my God, this is so, it would be such a struggle. But there'd be times when I would think, I can't go anymore. And I'd go, yes, you can, without any energy drink, without any input, you know, through any kind of chocolate or gel or whatever. Just by going, yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. This surge of energy would come into my body and I would get up the hill so easily. So just some wonderful learnings that cycling has given me, I think.
You know what, everyone? Thank you, Allison. That metaphor of the 2 feet in front of the front wheel, that right there is a beautiful metaphor for, I think, all kinds of subjective things that we do. Because when we look at the mass of work or problems or whatever, right, the mess of it, well, what is this one thing that out of all this random stuff, here's the one known item. It's these 2 feet. That's a known. There's nothing arbitrary about that. I can certainly conquer that 2 feet. Wow, that's big. Did everybody get that? Thank you, Allison. Well done. Well done. Pete and Christine, what do you guys think about all this? No?
Oh, there we go. There we go. We're there. Hi, John. Hi, everyone. Yeah, no, we go out regular. We do, like, we've done a run this morning. We've done a 3-mile run this morning. We come back. We've done a bit of sunbathing. We cut the grass, and then we've been listening to our Mel Robbins 5-second rule on Audible. So I find the running very therapeutic. Christine doesn't, because she's got a few injuries at the moment, so she's suffering at the moment. But yeah, no, I love it, and it's sort of the running. If you're thinking about things, and I'm thinking about the Amazon business and everything, that it takes your mind off it. You're not thinking about the sort of getting to the end of the road, getting that mile, getting to that 2-mile mark. I'm just sort of thinking about things, and then before you know it, you know, bang, 3 miles is done. You think, yep, that's it. Another one in the bag. So we do that. We don't do running every day, but we do keep fit virtually every day, and we just really enjoy it. It's good and it is good for the mind. And as Alison was saying, you know what I mean, that sort of getting to that, you know, sort of not thinking that, not putting your head up and looking at the top of that hill and thinking, oh, I've got to get there, just doing it. You know, we've done a 3.5 hour bike ride the other day. In our area, we've got these hire bikes, so we went and got those out. Cost us a few quid, cost us 25 quid in total for 2 bikes for 3.5 hours, but it was well worth it. It was good. It was good. So, and I've got to say about yesterday was absolutely fantastic. Amanda Greaves is our coach, and she is absolutely brilliant, and really enjoyed yesterday's talk. So brilliant. Thumbs up from me. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. And Christine, you're able to ride the bicycle a bit better than the walking or running?
Yes, at the moment, because I've got a bad knee. So
yes.
During a keep fit lesson. So yeah,
Right.
but I mean, I hadn't been on a bike since I was about 9.
Well,
First time, you know, and he said only an hour we're going out for. We've done 3.5 hours.
right.
So, you know.
Well, well done. You know, the common thread that I'm hearing with Pete and Christine, and of course, Chris and Allison and Donna and everyone who's spoken is present time. Okay. So it's not all this, I got to get there. I'm not there now. I got to get there. Oh, hold on a second. Be here now. Right.
Yeah.
So that's it right there. When I get encumbered with all the stuff, take a walk. Really, really good. we got Frank and Ace Man and Anna and 716 area code. Why don't we go to 716 area code? Who's that on the phone there?
Hi, John. It's Alicia from Buffalo.
Hey, there you are.
Hi, everybody. I would like to add that I like to water my plants. I get relaxed mode when I'm watering my plants. And also when I take trips to the falls. So the falls is only like about maybe a half an hour away from where I live. And that's relaxing to me.
Yeah. So you're talking about Niagara Falls?
Yes, Niagara Falls. Yeah.
Yes. There you are. I've never been. I've never been.
Yeah. You should come and see it. Yeah. I'll
should.
take you on
I
a
should.
personal tour.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're.
I've
when
been
you
to
want.
Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. That's kind of
Oh,
interesting.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty neat.
That sounds
I
really
stayed, I
nice.
stayed in a hut on the Zambezi River.
Okay.
With like the hippos and like crocodiles and monkeys
Oh,
that would
goodness.
come and steal from our breakfast
Wow.
table. Yeah.
That was really close to nature.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
like,
Yeah, you know what, too? And like, just talking about this right here, I'm like thinking, you know what would be really great is if I just, make time out to take a trip in my RV, of course, take a trip to all the wonders of the world.
yeah.
That would be, yeah.
You're right near one of them. That's cool. I'm near another one. It's called
Yeah.
Grand Canyon. You ever been to Grand Canyon?
Oh, no, I have not been to the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. It is pretty grand, in case you're wondering. It's
Wow.
pretty, all right.
It's like a big cave, maybe, right?
Oh no, it's this enormous, goes for miles and miles and miles. It's 4,000
okay.
drops. It's any picture that you see of Grand Canyon is crap
Right.
compared to the actual experience. Like there's no way to
Oh,
capture it.
now, do you hike it or do you travel in a canoe?
I have hiked it. I also did 5.5 days on the Colorado River going through the gorge from
Oh, wow.
the Utah border to about halfway through towards Lake Mead and Las Vegas. So the Grand Canyon kind of starts at the top of Arizona, cuts across the northwestern corner, and ends up at Lake Mead on the border of Nevada. Yeah.
Wow, you are very adventurous.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I live here. I love the West. So thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you. I want to thank you, and thank you for all that you do, and also you and Sophie are great. Thank you.
My pleasure. So glad you're here. We're going to take a few more, and then we're going to wrap up. I see Frank has had his hand up for a while. Frank, are you with us? Let's unmute.
Yeah, I am.
There he
Can you hear me?
is. Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going, John? You're looking
Good.
awesome today.
Thank you.
I've started adding something new to my routine. I put on a black polo and I pretend I'm you. That makes my day.
You're looking sharp. Look at you. I need a haircut though.
Yeah, me too.
Cut and color. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, by Monday, you guys are going to see I'm going to lose 20 years just like that. I'm going to color my hair. It's going to be great.
Yeah, anyways, my day for at least 20 plus years now, my day starts with meditation and reading, usually something spiritual or educational. And I find that if I don't do that, my day's just not as good as the other days. It just doesn't seem to come together at all.
Agreed. We gotta get present, gotta get centered, get quiet, and then decide who you are and then be that.
Yes.
So that's how I look at it, Frank. Thank you. That's a high integrity action right there. Thank you for sharing. Let's go to Ace Man.
Good morning, everybody, or good day, depending on where you're at.
There he is.
First thing I want to say thanks for everything this course has brought to me personally. It's changed my life entirely, and I'm just getting into it. I was always like a really serious person when it came to work and stuff, and it's like just focus on work. That's all I did was work. And recently things have changed in the world, so I'm not working, and now I'm doing this, and I actually have been happy. I didn't even realize that I wasn't, So in the mornings now, instead of turning on the news and getting angry, I read a book or I do some reflection like you've been talking about, watch some uplifting videos, go for a walk. And like that lady said, with the 2 feet in front of you, I got like a 4.5 mile trek I take on my walk. And to make it go quicker, because it takes a bit over an hour, I just start jogging. Part of it is like, I'm going to make it to that mailbox or that gate post and just go and go and go. And the whole time I'm thinking about, the power of consistency, all this positive things that have been changing in my life. And it's just been really great, and when I don't have any, when I take my idle time and stuff, instead of thinking about football or whatever, it's like I'm thinking about focus and action and just I'm totally shifted everything, And then every once in a while I'll wind down and watch a movie or something, but and I like doing yard work too. But when I'm doing yard work, it takes me 3 hours to mow my yard with a riding lawnmower. The whole time I'm thinking about, this program and how uplifting it's been. And I just gotta say thanks a lot, man.
Well, thank you, Ace Man.
And I ride my Harley too. So.
Yeah, well, we're getting out on the highway. I'd say that's one thing. That's one way to be socially distant is
That's
jump on the hog and hit the road. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more of that this weekend too. Thank you, Ace Man. Let's go to Anna, and then we got Michaela. Hey, Anna, what's up?
Hi, John. It was really listening to everyone, particularly the people in the UK who are sort of practicing the miracle morning and going for walks early on, which I've been doing for the last 3 years. And I started it in May, and it was beautiful, beautiful weather, like we've been having in England since we've been in lockdown. We've just had amazing sunny weather. And it's just been so uplifting. But it was really, when I started 3 years ago, Hal talks about having an accountability partner and, getting in a group. And I'm super organized. I've got really good routines, and I thought I don't need an accountability partner. And it was just going all really well. And then we get to October in the UK and the clocks change. And by November, I was just struggling so badly. And I realized I really needed that accountability group. So I quickly got on one and I got back on track again. So I was just really, it was just really advice for particularly us in the UK that the minute we get these really dark mornings, dark evenings, it was really, really hard to continue with that miracle morning excitement, getting up, going for that walk early on. So that was really the advice I was just thinking through. And particularly now I've not got an accountability group at the moment. We're sort of doing our own thing, but I know that probably once lockdown's finished and I'm going back to the office, my work, my day job, I'm going to really need that accountability group again. So yeah, just some advice really.
That's great. Thank you, Anna. So you show up better and more consistently when you're also accountable to another.
Yeah.
Hence our accountability reps and everything we've got on staff here, right? So in terms of you getting where you want to go with the business, okay, so bringing it back to business, there's a lot of inputs, there's a lot of things to know and to develop in yourself to be able to really pull this off. I've never heard anyone who's made it to the top disagree with the idea that most of this business is right here. So that accountability is so important, because as easy as it is to do the right thing, it's even easier to not do it, right? So thank you, Anna. Great insights. And we got Michaela, and then I think those are all the hands that were up. Michaela?
Hiya. Hi. And the thing that I love to do that helps me to relax is I love to sing and play the piano. And I'm a primary school teacher, and basically my day just kind of gets swamped. I wake up until like 11 o'clock at night, and I don't allow myself time to do things that I love very often. So at the moment, obviously, I'm doing some work from home and I'm going to our local hub school. But I did some singing at the beginning of the week, and I've been doing it every day. And I posted something on Facebook the other day, which resulted in today I ended up going to home and singing outside on their patio for them, which has made me feel really fulfilled today, and I'm really grateful for that. And to be honest, I think everything that I've achieved like this week and the last couple of weeks, and kind of allowing myself time, has all been thanks to starting this, listening to audiobooks, listening to The Power of Consistency. I love that. That's really inspirational. And yeah, I feel really good about it. And I'm just going to make this part of my routine, just to sing every day, because it makes me happy. So yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you. And thank you everyone who shared. Maybe we'll hear Michaela sing. Tomorrow's Fun Friday, so that may happen. I hear my daughter sing every time she's in the bathroom. Something about the bathroom. She just starts singing. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. When it comes through the vents and stuff, I can hear it. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Do we have any burning desires that we got to share before we wrap up for today? Or did you guys want to leave the room open? Or what are your thoughts here? We good? Anybody? We good? Everybody?
Hello, John.
Yes, Tolu.
Oh, sorry, I catch you myself. I just want to ask you about Thomas. Have you heard about him? He's a long time ago. Thomas? Yeah.
The gentleman that was sick?
No. He's from UK and an elderly person like this. He's always the first, one of the first to log in.
Oh, yes. I have to catch up with him. I'm gonna see what's going on with him. I did hear that Malcolm is around. He's just he's been dealing with some life stuff. And I believe Malcolm's daughter is going to be tuning in, maybe here right now. I don't know. I haven't met her, but yeah, we've got a good group of people here, and it's interesting to me when you guys are like, I wonder where's Thomas. Let me go find out where Thomas is. Okay, so I don't have an immediate answer for you right now.
Okay,
thank you, Tolu. Guys, let's go ahead and wrap up. All right, we've been going 51 minutes. It's so good to be here with you. When you feel good, you do good. So do something to make yourself feel good today, and then hit it hard, right? Hit your work hard,
John?
and then take a good rest. Yes, who is that?
It's me, Candy. Can you tell me when you leave this open, are we being recorded?
No.
Oh, because what you've been doing
Don't
is
say anything.
shutting it, and we go back in.
That's if I click the wrong button. Yeah.
Well, otherwise you leave us on live on YouTube.
Okay. So that's not right. So
No.
here's what we're going to do, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the YouTube feed now. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you.